Yeah. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Please make sure that y'all like on the way in as well. Let's get it started. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Welcome to another live stream, another giant huddle. Man, what a day it was. Very interesting day for any New York Giant fan / New York Giant soldier. Let's get straight into it, man. We got just a couple things to really go over, man. I want to do my, check-in and all of that. And I just want to, talk about today's festivities. So let's go ahead and get this intro straight away. And for those who don't know, man, we went back to the basics, man. And so the TP Way the Giant intro song that people was asking about, we got back to it. So without further ado, let's go.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field, and in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop I put on you, right?
It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant.
And get both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen. Lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown New York.
Shout out to G-Men Party in the chat. He says, what's up, TP? Giant salute to G-Men Party, man. It is definitely going to be a party tonight, man. Welcome to the Giant Huddle. Born for sports, man. My New York Giant lieutenant, born for sports. Giant salute to my guy. Just checking in, says, what's up, bro? I can't call it, man. How are you? It's been a long time, man. We definitely gotta get something going, man. It's been too long, way too long. Shout out to Andre, man. Andre says, yo, TP, how are you, bro? Giant salute to my guy, Andre, man. Thanks for tuning in, and I cannot complain. I cannot complain at all, man. Blessed and highly favored. How are you is the real question. Look, man, it's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant, man. Look, I don't want to be crazy long tonight. I just wanted to make sure that I do my check-in. And of course, we have to go over the festivities that went on earlier today, man. We had a pro day, and we'll speak about that in just 1 second. But I gotta, do my due diligence here. Omega Supreme is in the chat. Yes, sir. Giant salute to Omega Supreme. He says, what up, TP? I like how the narrative is changing after the pro day with a lot of media. I'm still Sanders before Hunter. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I've heard a lot, man. I've heard a lot today. But before we actually get into that, man, I do want to make sure that we discussed some of discuss some of the key dates, man, that is coming up for the squad. As you can see on this slide here, man, April 16th is the deadline for clubs to time test, visit, interview, or conduct a physical examination with a draft eligible player at its club facility. April 24th to 26th, of course, we know it is the NFL draft, man. I mean, I don't even have to say much about that. May 1st is the deadline for clubs to exercise fifth-year option for players selected in the first round of the 2022 draft. And that's basically Kayvon Thibodeau Day, man. That's pretty much what that is. May 2nd through 5th or 9th through 12th, man. Clubs may elect to hold their 3-day post-draft rookie minicamp from Friday through Sunday or Saturday through Monday on one of the 2 weekends following the draft, man. So just keep those, man, in your mental right there. Those are the New York Giant key dates. I kind of want to do that a lot more often, man, because these are just small little nuggets to pay attention to, man, for the nerds like that are nerds like myself, man. So that is that on that. Here we go. Let's get back to this chat, man. The Juke says 700. Yes, sir, man. Giant salute to each and every one of you, man. We have reached the 700 subscriber amount, man. And y'all don't even know. Y'all have no idea how happy I am, man, just to see that. And I know a lot of people may look at 700 subscribers and they tell themselves, oh, well, shit, that ain't really much. But you don't understand, man. When you build something from the ground up, when you are coming from a place, man, when you remember that you only had 5 subscribers, and that was like what, family members at one point, and then you would be, putting out videos, and you felt like at times you were really only talking to yourself because your view count was like 2 views and things of that nature, man. And we blossomed to what it is today, man. 700 subscribers. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Don't get me wrong. But, man, I love each and every part of the journey, man. So, giant salute to each and every one of you, man. And if you are new, come on, man. If you're a New York Giant fan, like I'm a New York Giant fan, go ahead and subscribe right now, man. You got to. You got to. But, yeah, shout out to my guy, the Juke, man. Definitely a super dope New York Giant content creator, man, that is my brother in this whole thing, man. So y'all already know that. Anthony Barber says, are the New York Giants going out and selecting the Sanders in 2020? Let me read that again. Maybe I read that wrong. Are the New York Giants going out and select Sanders in 2020? I don't know. Maybe I don't retype that for me, bro. Are the New York Giants going out to select in the 20? I think I get what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. Are we going to get Shedeur Sanders, man, for this draft? Here we go. Shout out to my bro, man. He says, you deserve that 700. Congrats, bro. Yes, man. And, guys like you, man, for real, guys like you is why I got to this point, man, for lending me your time and your efforts and helping me dish out, man, this dope content, man. So this is a we thing, man, for sure. So I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, Anthony, I heard you, man. We're gonna definitely talk about it. We gotta talk about it, of course. That is why we are here. Y'all pretty much know my stance on everything, man. I don't have to continue to reiterate how I feel. Y'all know that I want Shedeur Sanders. But I also want to bring another point to y'all, man. I want to talk about the whispers, man, that people have been quietly saying that I think it is an underrated scenario. I really do think that we have a chance of getting both Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. Now, look, before y'all try to throw any drug test at me and think that I'm tripping, I want y'all to hear me out. I want y'all to really hear me out. All we really need is for Travis Hunter to make it out of the first 2 rounds and for that Shedeur Sanders narrative to be true. So if we can get Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter out of the first 2 rounds, Joe Shane can really create something legendary. And when I saying that, I mean Cam Ward goes to the Titans, Abdul Carter goes to the Browns, and we can very much, listen to me, y'all, we could very much get both Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders, man. Shout out to the real Multi. Says salute TP, salute Giants family in the chat. Giant salute to the real Multi, man. And my guy Iman Perry says TP, my brother. Yes, sir. My brother Iman Perry is in the building. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Real quick, Andre says, TP, I'd like to ask you a question. Would you rather go with Hunter and fix two needs or go with Sanders, but with Dion being Dion, but be able to bring better players via free agency in the future? Man, great question. Great question. I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I want to be transparent. And y'all if y'all been keeping up with the videos that I've been putting out, then you would know that I'm literally showing y'all my thinking process. 1 minute it's one thing, and the next day it's my mind is telling me another thing, and it's really just a whole thinking process up to the draft. I've said this plenty of times. It is a win if we get one of these three guys: Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, or Travis Hunter. I think it's a win if we get one of those three guys. Outside of those three guys, I'm keeping it real with you. We dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. Cam Ward and Shador Sanders are two of the best quarterbacks in this draft. I don't care what anybody says. And we're going to get to all of the crazy shit that people have been saying about Shador Sanders. We'll get to that. But these two dudes, man, are franchise quarterback players, man. I don't care what anybody tries to say. I don't care how good they try to sound. These two are it, man. I'm telling you, they are it. And I'm not saying that to say you refrain from coaching. I'm not saying that they don't need more growth and things of that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they have the tangibles, they have the mindset, they have the physical ability. They have the full package to be a franchise quarterback for the Giants. Then Travis Hunter is a generational talent. And I really want people to understand when I say generational talent, what that means. A generational talent means you're not going to get a Travis Hunter in the next draft. That is not something that you're going to see often. I labeled Saquon Barkley when we drafted him a generational talent because these are not everyday players here. These dudes, when you watch them on the field, and let's say there's somebody who doesn't know a thing about football, doesn't know a thing. A generational talent, that person could watch the game on the television and say, oh, yeah, number 12, he's different. He's different. And that's exactly what Travis Hunter is, man. That's exactly what he is. So, Andre, I know it was kind of long-winded, but to answer your question, I wouldn't be mad at either or. I think, me personally, I would rather go Sanders for a few reasons because I understand how important a franchise quarterback is. And I'm surprised off of the response, man, of a lot of people because last season, everybody was telling me, they were telling me how important a franchise quarterback was. They was telling me everything stems from the play of your quarterback. We need our quarterback. When are the Giants going to get their quarterback? That was what was told to me. So I don't know where the turn went. I don't know where that switch, happened. But it still applies. It still applies. And you cannot get distracted by talent. There's going to be talent in every draft. But you got to go out what you need. And we know that we're tired of going through these quarterbacks. I mean, we haven't had a hit since after Eli. We need our franchise quarterback. It's about time, man. It is about time. So me personally, I want my quarterback in Shador. I want my quarterback in Shador. Omega Supreme says, I've been saying that we might get both. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about it. The Man Cave says, yo, what's good, TP? Y'all smash that like button. Yes, man. Hey, shout out to y'all too, man, because I mentioned this in my last video. Y'all have been doing just a great job, man, at liking videos, and y'all don't understand how much that does for me and this channel. So continue to do that, man. Look, it's free. It takes 1 second. Like the video, you know what I mean? And it does a lot, man. So keep on with that energy, man. And I appreciate that. And that's why I continue to go hard, man, because y'all are definitely meeting me halfway. And I appreciate that. But yes, Omega, I hear you, man. You've been saying that, and I really think it's a thing. I want to pull this up. And I want to show y'all this scenario, man, and why it could really be a true thing on how we could get Shador or Travis. Again, hypothetically, let's say the Tennessee Titans do go with Cam Ward. Let's say that, right? Let's say the Cleveland Browns do go with Abdul Carter. If that happens, oh man, it's all game then. That's the hardest part. It's those two moves right there. That's the hardest part. Because what happens there is we can go ahead and grab Travis Hunter at that third spot. Now look at these teams. Look at these teams. Y'all tell me, who needs a quarterback on the remainder of these teams? Who needs a quarterback? Because the only team that we really even had to worry about at one point in time is the Raiders. The Raiders, but guess what? The Raiders just did a major deal with Geno Smith that was basically letting it be known that that is their guy. That is their guy. So I think that disqualifies the Raiders on getting a quarterback in the first round. The way they just paid Geno. Matter of fact, let me pull it up right here real quick. I want to give you the exact deal here. Geno Smith is signing a 2-year, $75 million extension worth up to $85.5 million with the Raiders. Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, look, I'm not, and I see y'all. I see y'all. Again, the Raiders, I'm not sold on the Raiders. Not after that. I'm not sold on the Raiders. The Jets have Tyrod Taylor, which they kind of, they kind of hinted at the fact that they're going in with them, right? But I'll play along, right? Let's say these names that we're naming. Jorge from Boy for Sports says the Saints. Guess what? With the Saints having Derek Carr as their quarterback, are they going to go first round with Shador Sanders? First round? I don't know. Steelers might move up, which Steelers, they already worked out Aaron Rodgers. We could really count on that to happen anytime soon. That's going to happen sometime soon. So anyway, I say all of that to say, all we got to do is the hard part. Let Travis Hunter fall to 3, and then it's game on right there. Because then we could trade up. Then we could trade. And then we can make something happen. So I'm just saying there's possibilities in it. That's all I'm throwing to y'all. So I'm saying as we watch the draft together, I just want y'all to keep that in your mind. If we just so happen to land a Travis Hunter in that third pick and Shador's still on the board, I just want y'all to keep that in mind. That's it. That doesn't change anything on how I feel. That doesn't change anything on how I feel. I still want my quarterback in Shador Sanders. Let's not get it twisted or tangled. That is still my number one priority. And this is the rest of the first round right here. So I'm just saying that is a real thing. That's all. That's it. Let me get to this chat real quick. Let's see. Born for Sports says if we get both, I'm running through a wall lit the fuck up, and I won't stop celebrating until week 1 kickoff at MetLife. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. Joe Shane for president if he pulls that off. If he pulls that off, I'm back in the car. I'm telling you that right now. I am back in the car. Anthony says, are the New York Giants going to select Shador Sanders in the 2025 NFL football draft on April 24th? I think he's trying to rewrite it. I hope so, man. I hope so. That's my number one priority, man. I've been chanting that all off season. Shador for sure. I know the importance of getting a guy like Shador, man. And we're gonna get to it. Trust me, we're gonna get to the festivities that we've seen today. Here's Omega. Omega says, would you give up next year's number 1 and number 2 and get this year's second rounders for Cleveland's number 2? Let me read that again because I'm a little slow. Would you give up next year's number 1 and number 2 and this year's 2 second rounders for Cleveland's number 2? That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. Probably not. Probably not. That's an awful a lot right there. Yeah, I probably wouldn't give that much, man. That's a lot right there. That's a lot. And trust me, y'all know me, man. I look, I want Shador, but that's a ticket. That's a ticket. Born for Sports says Abdul Carter a big win as well. He turns our defense into an elite front 7. Yeah, man. And Abdul Carter, and this is not the shit on Abdul Carter at all. I just don't put Abdul Carter in the same room as Shador, Cam, and Travis. I just don't see it that way. And I am open to being completely wrong. I am. But I like where we are at on the edges with Thibodeau, with Thibodeau and Brian Burns. And with some additional pieces that we've added in this offseason. I like where we are headed. I don't think we are there where I want to be just yet, but I like where we are headed. I don't know if I'm just not sold on that whole Abdul Carter thing at 3. I'm really not. But then at the end of the day, we depending on how this shit shake out, man. Depending on how this shit shake out, really nothing is completely off the table. Travis Hunter is special, no doubt. Omega says, my idea to get both is this year, give up our second round and the third round of this year, along with next year's first and second with Cleveland to get their second round this year. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is an awful a lot. But it will cost a pretty penny though. I understand that. It definitely will cost a pretty penny. Shout out to my man Pat, man. Pat is in the building. He says, I don't think Travis changes y'all franchise. Y'all need a QB. But it's some good QBs in this draft, even if Shador go off first. I think Travis is changing any and everybody's franchise to some degree. And that's just a fact, bro. Travis is different. And I kind of had this conversation with somebody not too long ago. And there are some teams that need to draft for position needs, and then you have some teams that need to draft best available. But then there's a generational talent like a Travis Hunter to where he is outside of that whole realm. Any team could use a Travis Hunter. I'm telling y'all, man, that's how special this dude is, man. That's how special this dude Travis is, yo. And it's no secret though. We know this. We know this. Jackson Dart is the steal of the draft. Hey, y'all gonna have to show me. People gonna have to show and prove that Jackson Dart is really what people trying to make it seem like he is. That's all I'm saying. And look, I ain't. I am the first person to tell you I ain't 100% right all the time. I'm right a lot. I'm right a lot, but I ain't always right. So hey, prove me wrong if that's the case, Jackson Dart. I just don't. I don't see it. Shout out to Coach Ed. Peace and blessings, King, man. Giant salute to Coach Ed, man. Thanks for tuning in, Coach, man. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings to you and your beautiful family as well. Born for Sports says there's contract language in Cardill. They can get out of it next year. But I agree. Possible they could pass on Shador. Yeah. Yeah. Ball Celeste says Shador for sure. Giant salute to Ball Celeste. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Born for Sports says Denver is the sweet spot. Got to get ahead of Steelers. Andre says because if we think about the Bears before Caleb and now with Ben Johnson, no one would want to go there. Luckily, I only play Madden. Uncut Vibes says I don't think personally Travis is a franchise player for y'all. Like you said, y'all need a quarterback. But let's keep it funky. Giants like white quarterbacks. Jackson Dart is like that too. Well, this is the thing. What you said a whole lot in this. So let's try to break it into pieces. I don't think personally Travis is a franchise player for us. I just spoke to that. Again, I think Travis Hunter is a franchise player for all 32 teams in the NFL. I truly believe that. I do. He's just an exception. He's just an exception. Now, as far as the second part, y'all need a quarterback, but let's keep it funky. Giants like white quarterbacks. So I've said this earlier in the offseason, and I said before I go on that hill, because once you make a claim like that, there is no going back. There is no going back. So I said to myself, I've done my research. People also have to factor in, and I ain't defending no bullshit. I ain't defending no bullshit, but I'm an honest man. Eli Manning was a quarterback for a long ass time. For a long ass time. And the leash is short. I will say that. The leash is short. But going by what is going on now, let's talk today. The Giants have Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. Those are two black quarterbacks, and possibly could add a third black quarterback. Which is why it is important to take the route that I am taking, is just to see things play out. And before you go out on that hill and make that claim, especially if you're a fan of the team, see it through. See it through. So as of right now, as it stands today, we completely depleting that narrative. We're completely depleting that narrative. So that's that. That's that. Born for Sports says I would give up next year first round pick if I can get Hunter and Shador some way. Yeah. Oh, hands down. Hands down. Yeah, that's given for me. That's for sure. Shout out to my dog, Ghost Dog says, your peace and salute to the tribals. Congrats, TP Wade, on the 700. Yo, man. Listen, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. I don't, at 700 may seem like a few to some, but I'm extremely happy, man. I'm extremely happy with the progress, and we just getting started. we are just getting started. So giant salute to each and every one of you, man. Again, if you are new and you are not subscribed, man, make sure that you subscribe now. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So although I am extremely happy to reach this 700 mark,
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
job is not finished, man. Job is not finished. But shout out to y'all, man, for sure. Coach Ed says, I've been following Shador since Trinity High School. He's been well coached, up to handle being a QB and leader of men. His understanding far exceeds many coming out their rookie year. Add in, he can handle NY. Yo, I cannot wait till I get my soundboard because it's comments like this that deserve like the funk flex bomb. For real. That deserve like some type of applause. When I get my soundboard, that's coming soon. My birthday's coming soon, so wifey says she may give me that for my birthday, so we'll see. But that I love this, man. I love this because this is very true, and this is something that people don't think about enough. I don't know a quarterback that is more ready for this moment than Shador. He is literally tailor made for this, man. He is. Like I don't feel more confident in anybody in any other quarterback, man. I mean, he was talking that talk today. He was saying how he was reiterating and saying how he's ready to change a franchise over. He steps into that. And I was listening to Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders, he's a motivator and he likes to put sauce on a lot. But when he's right, he is right. And one thing that Deion Sanders was saying was, look, he was made for this. He was made for this. His journey through his collegiate career, and like Coach saying, even through his high school career, is a lot different than everybody else that we're watching. It's different. So yes, man. Yes, he is definitely made for this, and he definitely has the best support group that you could possibly have, man. Really. Really, he just has all the tangibles, man, for real. So yeah, that's that 100%, man. Iman Perry says 700. Let's get this brother to 1,000. That is a fact. Let's get to 1,000. Wow, let's do it. Go says soundboard is definitely in the plans. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's for sure. So look, let's do this too. Let's talk about today's pro day. Now I've said this before, man. Pro days, I think, can be a little overrated. I think that pro days don't really give you the full picture of what a quarterback is truly about. And I'll give you an example. I was talking to my brother-in-law earlier today, and he brought up the time when Zach Wilson was throwing at the pro day, and everybody was, oh, Zach Wilson. Well, y'all tell me how that translated into the league. So pro day, I think, is more for a quarterback like a Jalen Milroe. I think that for somebody that is on a caliber of a Shador or Cam Ward, all you're going to get from a pro day is confirmation or basically just more of a teaser of what you already know. Of what you already know. But I will say this, man, there's been some guys on X/Twitter that have truly told on themselves, man. And that's why I like to sit back and listen, man, because you get to really find out a lot about people if you just sit back and listen. And the things that I've been seeing and hearing on the beautiful app of X/Twitter. Oh man. This is, let's say, Rational Giants Take is the page. Let's talk about it. He says, I don't think a top 3 pick level quarterback should have his absolute strongest throw go 55 yards. I simply don't think Shador's tools or game film warrant a top 3 pick at all. I'd be much more open to him if he was correctly, in my opinion, regarded as a round 2 guy. Let's just start with the first sentence. Who said that was Shador Sanders' absolute strongest throw? Tell me that you didn't watch Shador Sanders in college football without telling me you didn't watch Shador Sanders in college football. Tell me. This is it right here, man. This is what I be talking about. How do you have such a strong opinion on somebody you did not truly analyze or watch? What makes what makes the validity to the things that I'm saying like worth something is not because of how much I know. That's not it. It's just when I know, or when I believe I know, or when I think I know, or whatever it is, I can speak to it. And when I don't, I'm not sure. I haven't seen much of such and such. Oh, I was wrong about such and such. But see, that is the problem that is going on, man. You see a lot of these dudes, man, that is just creating these narratives and speaking so much about shit that they really don't even know what they're talking about. Oh, there's more. There's more. Andre Cisco, who I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know who he was. It took for me to see somebody else's comment to even know that he was a cornerback in the league. Apparently, he plays for the Jets. My life could have been dependent on it. If they would have said, listen, can you tell me who Andre Cisco was on? I would be 6 feet under right now. He says, boy, better stop patting that ball. We breaking on that early. Who is we? First of all, who is we? We don't know you. That's first. Second, just tell me you want attention without saying you want attention. Because if you're going to say something like this, then you also got to talk to the Aaron Rodgers of the world. And I'm talking about prime Aaron Rodgers at that. You also have to talk to the Tom Brady's of the world. You also have to talk to the Peyton Mannings of the world. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Those are quarterbacks that pat the ball. The way I see it, as long as you're not taking away from your natural throwing motion, you're fine. You're fine. We are not done. We are not done. This guy says, I wasn't personally impressed by Shador's pro day performance. It was pretty par for the course of what I saw on tape. Good anticipation, solid accuracy, average velocity, fluttering deep ball. He is still my number 2 quarterback in this class, but the gap between him and Cam Ward has widened considerably. Now, this may not be as bad as the other two, but it's still bullshit. And this is what I speak to when I tell y'all, man, do not get fooled by the vocabulary of a lot of these dudes, man. See, they use all of these football terms and words to make it sound good and glossing it up. But if you know, you know. I watched every single pass that happened on today's pro day. What fluttering deep ball was there? What fluttering deep ball was there? I can promise you that he put that in there because maybe someone else said something and it sounded good. This is not a fact. There were no fluttering deep balls. Them shits was pretty. And super pause on this, man. But I was watching Shador, and my receiver brain was on, and I'm like, yo, this dude, he throws some He just throws catchable balls. Super pause. Super pause. Kiss, let him know for that.
You know, pause. We grown men
thank
here.
you,
We're
thank you.
comfortable in our skin. We don't have to say pause.
But I'm just like, yo, where is all of this coming from, man? For real, where is all of this coming from? People literally just finding ways to just try to I don't know, guess different narratives, or they want to sound like they know what they're talking about, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if people just want attention. Are they trolling? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's getting disgusting. I got one more for you. I got one more. Hold on, I'm not done. This is the last one. This guy says a lot of double taps and hitches from Shador today. NFL defenders close windows quickly. This was a concerning workout. I can guarantee you there was no scout in that building. No scout in that building that said this was a concerning workout. And if you did not, check the fact, don't even believe me. If you did not see Shador's Pro Day, just go on YouTube, search it in the engine, and watch it for yourself, and you know I'm not lying. Again, people say things, and they may glossing it up, and they may put glitter around it to sound like they know what the flip they are talking about, and they don't. They don't. And the hate is getting disgusting. It really is, man. It is getting disgusting. And I just like the way Shador Sanders has been carrying this whole thing. I like how he just plays around with the whole idea, when he's getting interviewed and he says, "Oh, I thought I couldn't throw a deep ball." Yeah, he threw a couple today, right on the money, complete dimes. And I just love the way he's playing into it. And this is just the more y'all really hate on this man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The more y'all hate on this man, the more and more I want him to be a New York Football Giant. For real. For real. And so that's just how I feel about the whole thing. Again, we just gonna continue to play the waiting game. And I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm trying my best to be patient. I'm trying my best to, let things play out. I'm not trying to jump out the window with so many different, too many different scenarios. I'm not trying to jump out the window with saying every thought that comes to mind, because I would drive y'all crazy if I did that. But all in all, we're just going to play this waiting game, and everything is going to tell it all, man, come draft day. Joe Shane is in a position to where he could either be legendary, no pun intended, or he could state more of a case on why we should let him go. But what I was telling my brother earlier, what I like about the position that we are in is that desperate mode has its positives, it has its negatives. Now, the positive is, because we are in desperation mode and people are literally drafting for their careers, I think that if we're in a bidding war with other teams on trading up, I feel confident that we will get the job done. I feel confident that we will get the job done. Because I tell you one thing, if you put two gentlemen in the middle of the road and one is accustomed to meals and, ate breakfast earlier that day, and the other is starving, and the other needs to eat ASAP. As a matter of fact, if he don't eat, his ass is grass. I'm confident in the guy that is hungry on getting to that burger first. I'm confident. I'm confident. And that's just pretty much where I think the positivity and the situation that we are in is at right now. Shout out to Stephen Bloom, man. Stephen says, learned the ball pat from Uncle Tom. Most accurate passer in the draft. Deep ball on point. That's a fact. That is a fact. No lies detected. That's why that's why Twitter is such a funny app, man, because people are so quick to just say things, man, and they don't even realize how they sound in at times. But yeah, man. Again, anybody who is tuned into this, man, I want to give a giant salute to you. All of my New York Giant fans / New York Giant soldiers that has been rocking with me. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all just don't know. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for liking the videos, man. Keep that engagement up. Do not forget to subscribe. We gonna keep this thing going. And yeah, man, it's gonna be lit come draft day. Well, I hope it's lit. I hope it's lit because I hope some shit don't go down that really pisses me off, man. But it should be a good time for us, man. We got some exciting things coming up, and yeah, man. Let's just see, man. Let's just see. Ball Celeste, I see you, man. Ball Celeste says we should draft Shador and Travis immediately. That's the culture changer right there. That is a fact. That is a fact. And it's possible, man. It's possible. I see more and more people, alluding to that. And I think it is something that really can be done, if the cards, pan out that way. So if I hear that Travis, makes it to us and Shador is still on the board, I'm actually feeling really good. I like our chances. Coach Ed says, it's funny how the critics question arm strength and deep passing. Same thing was said about Joe Montana when he came out of Notre Dame. How'd that turn out? A fact. That is a fact. Especially if you watch Shador, man. I just don't see how I don't even see how you come up with that conclusion. I don't. I really don't. I don't get it. But, hey. Who said this one quote? I get the lie is when the lie is more entertaining, the truth don't matter. That's just one of those situations. But yeah, man, I think we close to an hour here, man. I didn't want to be on here too long. Again, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. John Young, I see you. John Young says, I don't think Shador gets past Cleveland. And if that's the case, who are you taking at 3? Carter or Hunter? Yeah, again, man. Again, I'm taking Hunter for sure. That's the generational talent, man. I am definitely taking Hunter. You don't pass up on a guy like Travis, man. You just don't. You don't. And I don't think we're in a situation, being that we're at 3. If we were at 4, it's a different story. But I have a top 3. Cam Ward, Shador, or Travis. So either one of those guys I don't want to pass up on. So, yeah, man, just to reiterate, I kind of spoke to this earlier. If we don't get Shador or Cam Ward, I would be cool with Hunter. I would be cool with a Hunter. For sure, man. I'm telling y'all, this dude is special, man. If y'all don't know, you heard it here. This dude, Travis, is special. But here we go. Coach Ed says the name says it best. We going hunting with that scenario. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we hunting for Hunter. That's a fact. Yeah, man. But look, man, that is that on that, man. Thank y'all again, man. I'm going to get on out of here, man. We pushing up to an hour, kind of the time length on where I like to keep these things, man. Stay tuned in for more Giant Huddle streams and just consistent content and more videos. So again, giant salute to each and every one of you. And we about to play this outro, but I'm letting y'all know, man, when we play this outro, it's gonna bang. It's gonna thump. So yeah, man, peace to you all. God bless you all. And until next time, peace.
Too official, blew the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, 2 initials, T. Airline, naked air tiger, how we swinging 9, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah, keep applying pressure to the foes, going closer than I can hit, closer than my dish. Yeah, keep away the giant hit.